Hey, what's up, fam? We on the grind, bro. We on the grind. Back on the tactics grind. Been a minute since I worked on the subscribers. It's been a minute since I've been on some Final Fantasy IX. But one thing at a time. I can't play both games at the same time. I would love to, you know what I mean? But let's see where we're at. Let's see where I left off with people. Let's see if I can get people out here into the grind and build up some jobs. We got paladins. Paladins that we're getting fine-tuned. Alice has that battle skill white magic going on. Priest action. Looking alright. Only thing I think I would get her is, at this point, is like regen. Magic defend up would be pretty good. She's got magic attack up to make her magic stronger. She needs her faith and brave worked on at this point. She got the dragon spirit. So I should take Vault out and work on some people's faith, or people's brave. I need to get cheer up. Raise speed. I need to get cheer up. Alright. I'm a monk. Change job. Ooh, time magic. I like it. Yo, what's up, Jay? Welcome to the chat, sir. He ran into a friend. He was like, bro, whenever I see you, just keep getting bigger and bigger. See, there you go. That's progress. How you doing, man? I hope the vibes are good today. I feel like it's been forever since I've streamed, man. I don't know what's going on. I didn't stream yesterday. I streamed for only like 2 hours Tuesday, so it feels like it's been forever. You're about to go to the gym, get it done. That's what's up. I'm about to get on this grind. Look at all these ninjas. Hold on a minute. Let's go to, I forget what I'm doing. Oh yeah, we heading off with Agrius to track down the princess. You got 3 biceps. You're like, oh no, look at them arms, bro. You found out some news. You got some news? Pretty sure some of these ninjas need some. Well, I'm at the shop. Let me see what I can get at the shop. I gotta take Vault out for a couple of rounds to get his, so he can get cheer up, because it's time to start working on people's faith and brave. You know what I'm saying? Found out some news about your first job. You had to make a choice. Ooh, that sounds like you reached a crossroads. I'm gonna take Buxy. We need Dark Dragon to gain some. Levels here. I haven't seen Dark Dragon in a minute. I haven't even seen him streaming in a minute. Everybody's got the dual Mage Master Blind Knife. Mage Master Blind Knife. Xenoto's looking pretty chunky. Redacted's chunky. True Light's chunky. Dude, it's getting... I could do a whole ninja run. That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna take Vault out though so he can learn Cheer Up. To the plains. Oh, does he have gain job point up? Yes, he does. We need the gain job point up. Redacted on the secret hunt. They wanted you to go back to 2 days a week or go part-time. I said to myself, I like my freedom working from home. Attack up, True Light. Get the gain job point up. We're not in. We're doing the grind. So. Look at all these dudes with this nonsense. Everybody is jacked, dude. Have a routine, things set in place, so if I have to sacrifice to only work 4 days and lose your health benefits, so be it. You'll find something cheaper. Not about the commute and dealing with people and nonsense anymore. Making a big decision there, huh? Well, all the best. All the best, man. I hope it works out good. I hope you feel like a weight lifting, off your shoulders for any kind of pressure like that. Feel some peace about it, man. It's always, kind of it's a push and a pull when you're changing job strategy and stuff around. Oh, I was gonna bring all these ninjas, bro. I work all Walmart. There is no need for me to go back, and I'm excellent. I'm an excellent worker. That's right. You keep that energy. You keep it. Hold on to it. Don't lose the energy. I'm trying to fight that same fight mentally right now, trying to not lose the energy. I'm gonna bring Eagle Lord out. Jay, are you a ninja right now? Jay's a monk, okay. And I think Jay's got everything figured out in monk. We need to bring some of the little guys. There's not really any little guys left. Everybody's kind of getting big now. I suppose that's good. Buxy. I can't believe Antar's a ninja now. I'm gonna bring him out and see what's going down. Bring out True Light. Where's he at? He's 18, so he can do some leveling. You've been through a lot with your health. Yeah. And not the best fun. For 5 years, surgery after surgery. It's the best you've ever felt in your life when it comes to your health. That's good, and now you're reaching that time to make some decisions about how you're gonna work and things like that. That's that progress I was telling you about. Can't nobody take that progress away from you. Not your job, not your friends, not your family, not your enemies. Nobody can take that progress. Nobody can take that away. Ooh, look at all these people out here. No job will take that from you? That's right. Big damage with the Shuriken. Man. This is my year. I chose me. That a boy. That a boy. I feel you. Make that stride, dude. Make that stride. I hope it works out good, like I said. Praying for big momentum and big vibes. Is Sauna? That's what he's got? What? You need Cure, bro. Dang, he only hasted himself. Gonna take True Light up here and start giving him the business. Actually, I'm gonna go after this skeleton. Just trying to tell you this, and I handled it well. Told them how I felt and how you ignored me when it came to money and raises. You played me, so now it's up to me, and I chose me. Oh, he's one square away. Well, I guess he's getting the Shuriken. One experience point. That could be a tough conversation to have, but you did it, man. No, and now it's like, and now it's time to yell for speed up, I think. And now it's time for you to make strides in a positive direction. I'll speed up this dude. Yes, more priestly speed. Bro, it's the middle of the, well, it's not really the middle of the day, but it's a lot earlier than I'm normally on. Kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of weird. But didn't have no work today, and I spent most of the day kind of lounging around. Really, like, man, the momentum, my drive is off today. It's really off. Choice is a beautiful thing. I think we need to realize that. I walk in my path and truth, and thank you. Hey, you are so welcome, man. And I appreciate those words, because, you know, that's one of the reasons why I got on streaming, because I'm like, I'm not feeling the vibes. I don't have any momentum right now. And it's like, I know that my crew will come out and they'll lift me up. They'll give me some inspirational feelings. And that's just what you did, Jay. You might be going through some things, but your trials and the way you deal with them help me, give me perspective, and know, kind of renew my own inner strength, man. So thank you. We gotta strengthen each other, man. We gotta hold each other up sometimes. Who else needs some speed? I'll give Duke some speed too. We out here on the grind with the subscribers, bro. Just trying to learn some job points and truck through some of the process here. Get people some high-level job as quickly as possible. It'd be cool to have everybody like end game ready by the end of this chapter. Then be end game ready by like, and just go through the rest of the game looking like straight up beasts. Got Yamike. Finally at the end of the Deus dungeon. It was painful and also pays on 85. Nice. Yeah, that dungeon is painful, isn't it? I don't know why. It's just, I think it's just tedious, you know, going through the maze-like, going through that maze-like action. Uh-oh. True Light's out here by himself. It's dumb. Yeah, it's probably like the weakest dungeon in the game. I mean, it's a good concept for a dungeon, don't get me wrong. And the music makes it all worth it. Like, being able to listen to that music while you're doing it, while you're going through it, is nice. That's why it's like a love-hate relationship with the dungeon, because it's got like some of the best music in the game, but at the same time, it's such a grind of a dungeon. About to fight Deus. There you go. Nice. And you got all the GNRs you need. It's gonna be good. Throw Billy in that final party and you do 9s with Xeno gears, do 9s with Billy's gear, and 9s with Citan's gear. I'm still trying to get over like the sinus infection too, bro. It's kind of irritating at this point. Maybe that's where like the momentum and the vibes are feeling so off, because I just can't kick the congestion and all that, and the sore muscles that comes from it and all that kind of thing. Can't beat it. I mean, it's actually not affecting me that bad, because I'm saying, I'm ODing on allergy pills, taking a lot, so I can stay relevant. But you know, the side effects, you know, being a little bit low on energy, being fatigued, and cloudy brain still be happening. Yeah, I need to load up the other file real quick and like do a Deus, the one where you take out all of the little parts. Because some of those fights are actually kind of difficult. Because like some of them are gimmicks. Some of the fights are kind of gimmicky. Like Marlut, fighting that by itself is tough. Harloot is tough, or Haram or whatever it is. That one's tough. The one that's like the eagle, the one that drains your fuel. That one I remember being kind of tough. And then the one that does the heavily anointment or whatever, that one's kind of tough. Just by themselves, they're kind of challenging. But Deus really wasn't that challenging with all the components. I thought Deus would be a lot more challenging with the components all attached, but it really was not that challenging. Oh, it's Vault. Let us attack this guy. Oh, he missed him. Can he shuriken this dude? He can! Take him down. You're gonna kick his ass. You got something to tell me. I'm actually fighting him a 2-second time with all... Oh, you're fighting him a second time with all the parts. You beat him last night after defeating all the parts. Okay, it was too easy. So you want to be challenged. There you go. He rested the game. I did. See what I mean, though? You'll get him. You'll get him with all the components. That's why I came out like I did with Billy and just went nuts with the blunt line. It was like, screw it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give him all the mojo right up front. So... And he doesn't have enough, like, to drain all of your, he doesn't have enough to drain all of your stuff before you can kill him, so. Just blaze him. Blaze him, Jay. He gave True Light like 20 hit points. I mean, whatever. Just shuriken. Just shuriken him. Shuriken him. You get a shuriken. You get a shuriken. You get a shuriken. The music is epic. If you listen to it, it's very layered. Oh yeah, you talking about the Deus boss music? Freaking love that. Turn punch. Oh, the mana shield. effect. That's what chakra does for you. It's called Awakening. That's some of the best music. I mean, that game is so full of epic tracks. You can't go wrong. Yeah. And then when you're fighting Deus, you notice that his hands are actually gears. When he sends his hands off, you can see them like they're gears. One of them is like Kane's gear, that gold one, and the other one is like Alpha Weltall looking gear. Or not Kane's gear, Ramses' gear. Maybe Kane, I don't know. Would be Kane's gear, I guess. Freaking sweet looking. And then Deus itself actually looks like Ellie's gear. Same shape and everything. Oh, a ninja with speed save? You just beat him? Yeah, so easy, wasn't it? What it took you about what? I'm gonna say it took you like 6 turns, maybe 10 turns at the most. It didn't take me that many turns. He guarded it. King of Dodge, yeah, dude. He didn't hit you one time. I was actually surprised when he, like with his hands doing that whole float around thing. What up, True Light? I didn't even realize that was True Light saying that. Yeah, True Light, King of Dodge. When Deus sends his hands floating around and they come and do those attacks, he really didn't hit me that much. The Xenogears chapter has been closed. Now you gotta see what game is up next for you. Yeah, okay. Who was it? I think Longtran was on the other day. He started playing Suikoden 2. Made me jealous. Everybody's getting their Suikoden 2 in right now. True Light gotta come with some chakra. Heal thyself, True Light. Either Final Fantasy IX or Legaia. Ooh. And you gotta finish Breath of Fire 4. True Light's playing some Suikoden Tactics. Yeah, everybody getting their Suikoden in right now. No shame. No shame at all. Let's throw some shurikens. Our shuriken game is hot right now. Fellow wrench guy. That's nice. Time magic. Haste. Let's go. Duke is gaining some jobs. I got Duke and True Light, Eagle Lord, and I think Antar. Soon you're gonna head out to the gym, AJ, and get it done. Oh, now I can surround the goblin. I need to surround his ass. He gonna chakra the goblin. Now the goblin's gonna be all confident. We can't be having that. Yell. Let's yell at somebody. Let's yell at True Light. I think True Light's the one that's hasted. I think this one's True Light. True Light! Get faster! Oh, getting a phone call. Hold on a second. False alarm, false alarm. Just some potential spam. That's what I get for trying to get insurance, you know what I'm saying? Once they find out that you need some help, they just be spamming you. So it's annoying. Oh, it wasn't True Light, it was the other one. All you ninjas look the same. And I mean ninjas. That's not code for nothing. All you ninjas. Shuriken his face. Oh, dang, a Shuriken for 40 hit points damage? Said ninjas look the same. Isn't that sad? What kind of world do we live in where ninjas be looking the same? Does Duke need hit points? He does. Alright, good. At least he can heal himself while picking up some treasure. The hood ninjas. Ninjas are best in the hood, you know what I mean? You gotta have hoods for ninjas. So they can be looking proper. Yeah, we're gonna surround the ninja with the surround the goblin with the priest and a couple ninjas. We're just gonna start yelling at everybody, so everybody can be faster. $52 damage with a shuriken? Dang. Okay, Antar. That's so much damage. The YouTube-friendly version. Okay, so this one's True Light. True Light! Get faster! Watching one of your favorite creators live stream the other day. Uh-oh, I made a ninja faster, and now I'm paying the price. You just gonna have to wait. Those black version parodies of DBZ. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh, well. Yeah, he can't. Ooh! Ooh, that's close. Oh, my dude's on critical quick. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. I'll go right ahead and go next. Goku is Froku. Napjita. Oh, man. He does black version parodies. That's funny. Oh, that's that one guy. I think you told me about him before. How often does he make new videos? Oh, and he's got speed save. Uh-oh, he's about to die. And now the goblin escaped. Oh, that's it. Game. He makes like one or two videos a year. Wow. Got a family with 2 kids. Oh, I didn't record. Gotta record. Yeah, recording. He animates the stuff himself. Does music, syncs, and everything. Nice. We are on the grind, bro. We're out here just learning. Oh yeah, I gotta get Cheer Up. Oh yeah, I got plenty of job points. Holy cow. Just happy we get bids. I know how that is. Been watching for 10 years. Wow. I have a few. I don't know that I've been watching anybody for that long. But I definitely go back to some videos. I don't know if you've ever seen Sequelitis. I love watching the Mega Man X video of Sequelitis. This is a sequel! This is a fucking sequel! What's up, Luke 9? Welcome to the chat. I'm in here on the grind, bro. Grinding it out. Darkness, silence, and poison. Oh, and accumulate. I'm getting accumulate. How's it been, Luke 9? How's it been? Okay, so let's see what other people learn. Let's see, I had True Light and I think Antar out there. So we're trying to get, you want Abandon? We had Duke out there. Oh, and he can learn Magic Break. Excellent. So I think what I'll do is, yeah, I think I'll just learn all the breaks. Diminishes enemies' magic points. There we go. He's got all the breaks. He's only level 10? Wow. Oracle. Oracle has defense up. Oh yeah, we're going to Oracle. I'm gonna make an Oracle. This is the most non-interesting class. I think I did one thing right. Grandmother told me what you told me. Oh, okay. Dude, if I'm vibing with grandmas, you know I'm on the right wavelength, dude. The boldness gets people to speak up. Yeah, if I'm vibing with grandmamas, that makes me feel good. Paralyze. Is that the don't move, don't act? Petrify. Adds petrify. You can petrify people with oracles? Confusion. Foxbird. Lowers brave level. Blind rage. Adds berserk. Silence. Zombie. Turns them undead. Doubt faith is innocent. Pray faith adds faith. Life drain. Magic points drain and blind. See, that's just not a lot of. I just don't like the selection of added effects. But I like defense up. Move MP up. Any weather. Walk easily over swamps, marshes, poison marshes, regardless of climate. Like that. Like, what's the difference between that and any ground? Absorb use MP. Restores your magic points by the same amount of your enemy's used MP. Yeah, we're gonna go for defense up and just oracle levels. I need to get a... Oh, he has a rod. Gotta be bold about Jesus. You ain't lying. Confess him before men. Yeah, anyway, there's nothing special. That's because the Oracle's nothing special. Stupid class. What a stupid class. It's got defense up, and that's like the only thing I like. Defense up and what? Maybe silence or blind. I don't even like blind. Silence or... I mean, what? What else is even dispel magic? Like, there's no reason to... No. Oh, it gets rid of transparent. That would be like the ninja. When the ninja goes into, what is it, abandon? Or not abandon, but when the ninja goes invisible. Yeah, defense up is what I will go for. I need a Goku rod. Get defense up for Duke so he can be a beastly knight. Duke will be a straight up truck of a knight with defense up. And if you lose friends for it, ah, well. Heck yeah. I went to the Bible study last night on 1 John. We was in chapter 2. We went through chapter 2 verse by verse with a commentary. That was good. Always good conversation. And I'm in a group with like a really, really smart engineer guy who has studied the Bible for a long time with numerous commentaries, numerous translations of the Bible, many discussions with theologians and scholars in the past. So he has a really well grafted knowledge of the Bible, of the Word of the Lord, of like the references to Hebrew and Greek text and things like that. So it was good discussion. Well, so Antar, that's who it was. 600 for the ninja. He can learn abandon. What's the other one? Sunken state. Hide by becoming invisible. Evade percent rises and it becomes easier to dodge attacks. Physical attacks and some magic attacks. That is crazy. We gotta try it out. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. God was with the Word in the beginning. Beginning of John. Love that. That's a profound statement. Let's go to abandon and see how I like that. Let's see, who else was out there? I took the priest. I don't think the priest leveled up nothing, but let's take a look. Nope, we need to go do another battle. Let's go do it. Oh wait, I learned cheer up. So I can get him out of that and take it to... Oh yeah, what is the grind? Got time mage, got critical quick. Short charge was the next thing I wanted. Because Paul's redemption shows love. Shows some real love. Yeah, wasn't Paul the one who was like, if we're gonna talk about who's worthy, he's like, I'm gonna be one of the most worthy people, a high priest, and I walked with Jesus and live a sinless life, and he's like, but even I don't consider myself any better than anyone else. I think I'm going to hang out in... I said I was going to do Time Mage Summoner with the short charge. So if I do Summoner, it's going to take a minute to learn. That'll be what I do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Summoner. He did a whole speech about stuff. Is he the one that was talking in Acts to the new church? Where he where he went before the Sanhedrin and convicted them? Or rebuked them? Set guts. Definitely want Moogle. Save. Ooh, been a minute since I saved on this file. 25 hours in. 26 hours in. Paul went to a lot of places and sent a letter too. I'm sure he sent numerous letters. It's crazy how, how some of the letters make it into the New Testament, and then there's got to be others. It wasn't just every letter made it into the New Testament. Just one, one specifically. Yeah, Paul's letter to Timothy. Didn't Paul do 1st and 2nd Corinthians? Nothing here. Yeah, to the Swiggy Woods. Let's go. Vibing in the woods. Look, there's the Twitch bot. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. He did 13 letters in the Bible, including Corinthians, James, Thessalonians. Basically the letters, right, are mostly Paul, and then a couple from John. 1 John, 2 John, 3 John. And then Peter, obviously, 1 and 2 Peter. But then Paul did the other ones. Alright, so we're taking out Oracle. Take Alice. And then we'll take some ninjas. Antar. No, we already took Antar. So we'll take Chunes. Zeno. And Eagle Lord. Yes, sir. Romans, Corinthians, Ephesians. Oh man, the chair is comfortable today, let me tell you. The chair got me wanting to sit back and take a siesta. That's gotta be because I'm also like got the sinus infection. I blame the sinus infection. Thessalonians, Titus, Timothy, and Philemon. A lot of letters, yep. Lots of letters. Yeah, man, I mean, like, the early church needed a lot of guidance, didn't it? You know, like, Jesus had just come and gone and established a new covenant with between people and the Father. And there was a whole lot of misunderstanding with how, you know, how that's supposed to be understood. Funny how it's misunderstanding even though it's supposed to be a spirit-led understanding. But humans just can't help but get in the way of their own getting in the way of their own value systems and like beliefs. Love reading about Jesus or listening to it. Same here. I really enjoy my devotional time in the morning. I was real close to getting out of it, and so I was just like, no, I gotta keep fighting, like to keep in it. Because what I really want to do is I want to establish that as a staple in my life, is being able to reference the Word every day. Referencing the Word, and then referencing the Word in times of struggle and hardship or uneasiness, high anxiety, times like that. Potion. God exists, but they don't see God. Love reading about Jesus or listening to it. Humans lack faith. God exists, but they don't see God, so they worship anything. Continuous prayer. Prayer isn't just a way to ask for stuff. Prayer is a way of communicating. Yes, well, a way to talk to God. And spiritual prayer, praying in the Spirit, is a way to allow your spirit to articulate in utterances that are, you know, maybe not known by you personally, but that they speak to the Father. Spiritual utterances. No, not white magic. Potion. You want to do a real fast? So you're not going to eat food? And you're not going to game or do anything? Wow. Hey. Respect. Mad respect. Spend a whole day in God's Word. Oh, you mean like a Sabbath? Just a whole day devoted to God. Sounds a lot like a Sabbath. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. A day devoted to God. Small groups got canceled, so I might hit up Costco. You might, you said Jesus could do that for 40 days. Yes, he could. Small groups got canceled, so you're gonna hit up some Costco, do some shopping at the Stomping Grounds. I've only been to Costco like once. Ah, whoops. Whatever. Sabbath means Saturday. The last day of the week is Saturday, the day of rest. Yeah, we had a discussion in our church a while back on whether the Sabbath should be reserved for a certain day of the week or whether you as a person should observe a Sabbath. And so came to the conclusion that if you can have a Sabbath day, which is a day devoted towards God, to where nothing else matters, just your devotion to Him and being in His presence and praying and seeking, would be a Sabbath. Because like the pastor, he was talking about how like Sunday's not a Sabbath day for him because it's a work day. And so his Sabbath is on Monday, where he doesn't do anything and he devotes that day to praying and being with the Lord. God defines everything. God defines everything. If He made marriage or a holy day, who are we to change it? People believe it's Sunday because Christ was raised on Sunday. That's a good observation. I like that. Oh, the teleport failed. Really, Alice? Well, can't do anything with him except for item. She's at 142. Oh, we can heal her. I think for people nowadays, if you are able to so much as pull yourself out of the routine for one day a week and devote yourself, that is like one of the hardest challenges in this day because of how overstimulated we all are, how our access to everything is so it's so overindulgence is like society. Society is an overindulging group of people now. Like we don't even know that we're doing it. like we're all spiritual gluttons, or just like gluttons of the time. All he is some gluttons. Sabbath literally translate to Saturday. Well, yeah, isn't that the Jewish day of, like, the Jewish holy day? So, like, that's why they have church on Saturday. Yeah, you know what's interesting is that I know that on a business calendar, Saturday is technically the last day of the week on a business calendar, and they'll start the business week on Sunday. Some businesses, the businesses that I used to operate, would start their week on Sunday, and the last day of their week was Saturday. Turn punch. Speed save. We care not for your turn punch. A speed save on a -3 Kane attack. Oh, you gotta love it. Alright, Alice. Get over there and do some damage. Nice job. What to do? Ever since I found out, I've been treating Saturday as the holy day. As is Jewish custom. Sabbath means to rest, not Saturday. That's what I thought, that it was like to rest, or day of rest. Sabbath, isn't that like the original word? And a happy resurrection day for all. Thanks for the vibes, Luke 9. It is that time. Alright, now we can gain a little bit here. Execute. Let us gain some job points for the ninjas. Everyone must learn abandon. And Duke must learn defense up. A little white magic, a little cure action, a little item action. Oh, it's not gonna work on Dude because he's full, so I guess we can attack Dude since he's about to get cured. Attack! 18 points damage. Dragon Spirit. Man, I'm glad that the cures don't miss. That would suck if cures missed. You just looked it up? The Greek version of Sabbath was weekend. Is Sabbath Greek or is it Hebrew, though? That's the thing that's like interesting. We were talking about this last night. How when you go through the different languages and you're translating, you know what you're supposed to be referencing when you translate from certain words, from Hebrew to Greek, then to English or whatever. In the Hebrew, it's day of rest. And then there's Aramaic or whatever. Greek was the common language. Because isn't that what Rome spoke? Rome was Greek? Because Rome was the one who controlled everybody at this time. Everybody was under Roman rule. At least in the New Testament. Oh, that's gonna kill him. That's why you figure it was written in common language? But I don't think it was. I mean, the original texts were written in that language, that's the thing. It's like I don't know if they were referencing Hebrew words or Arabic words within their common language, you know, because scholars at that time would try to pay their respects to certain things, you know what I mean, and utilize the original word even within their translated version, so that there was room for interpretation or at least classification of certain dialogue within Scripture. That's why we get such interesting differences in like NIV and NES and versus King James or New King James. The word usage will vary depending on the translator. Dude, me and this engineer guy were having some good conversation last night. It was fun. It's crazy to think about translating text, you know? Just like translators have to do for the RPGs and stuff. They have to take everything that's originally written in Japanese, translate it to English, and try to keep the same... they try to keep the same... what is it? Like the same importance that the words have when you go across the translations. The other thing we were talking about is that in those times, like in Aramaic and Greek, Hebrew, they didn't have punctuation. So there was no commas, there wasn't anything in parentheses. It was all just words. They didn't even have like periods. It was just words. There wasn't any break in the word cycle. And so we were talking about, it would have been interesting. I noted that it would have been interesting to listen to the inflex of the tone, because in communication that the inflex of your voice will emphasize certain words and bring emphasis in a sentence structure to help the listener understand where the important things are, where the kind of filler text is, and so on. And so I don't know how Aramaic voice inflection works, and how what words are important in Aramaic to enunciate clearly, or add a more aggressive tone to the word, or where it, how a sentence. That's the other thing. They didn't even have sentences. You know what I mean? There wasn't any kind of literary, or there wasn't any kind of literary basis or orating basis for language back then, or at least not one that is widely understood as to how they would communicate subjects to each other. Drink my cold coffee. A lot of language have Sabbath as the 7th day of the week. And so here we go. We find ourselves in the same type of situation that the early church found itself in, and Paul speaks to this, and so does John. John actually speaks to this in 1 John. We were talking about it last night, how we spend too much time trying to make the word into a law rather than allowing the word to be that which speaks salvation to us. Like, the whole point of the word is your salvation. It isn't anything about being legal. It isn't anything about being the law. It's about your salvation. It's gospel of the good news that is your salvation. And it's not really something that you need to spend too much time worrying about the logistical things. Like, that's just something that we do to emphasize importance of things, and it's like, it's all important. Remember the Sabbath and make it holy. You know? I don't think it's like, remember the seventh day of the week and make it holy. Remember the Sabbath. And that's where, you know, this is where doctrine, I think, comes in. Because people like to take what has been said and trace it to certain values and certain meanings. And it's like, remember the day of rest. That's what it is. Remember the day of rest and keep it holy. Devote yourself to God on your day of rest. Some people it's Saturday. Some people it's Wednesday. Some people it's Tuesday, because that's their day. Like, if you know, like in the world that we live in, not everybody gets the seventh day off. Like, we don't live in that type of world anymore. So we have to be able to remember the day of rest rather than, well, it's the seventh day of the week, so that's, you know, the end all be all. Because Jesus wants a relationship with you. You know what I mean? The Father wants a relationship with you. He doesn't need you to, it's not reserved to the seventh day of the week. It's exclusive relationship with you. And it's like, don't you be the one that puts parameters on how you can function in a relationship with the Lord. Like, that's not fair to you. Remember the day of rest. Make it holy. Devote it to God. Seek Him. Fast. Pray. In The Chosen, the fake Jesus said, I am the law, which is in the Book of Mormon, not the Bible. Yeah, didn't Jesus come to fulfill the law? Not be the law, but to fulfill the law, right? You don't like The Chosen? That's interesting that you say that. My mom loves The Chosen. She actually got me the full first season, I think, as a Christmas gift. It was like, here, watch this whole series. It's just good. It's just really good. I was like, okay, cool. And I watched the first like 5 episodes of it while I was doing stuff. It is a pretty good show, though. I mean, it's a good show to watch. Again, it's one of those things where any of those shows where they try to explore what the Bible was doing and saying in at a point in time. Those shows are always interesting prospectively, because obviously there's a degree of Hollywood, there's a degree of fictionality to it that doesn't utilize the full text to make its point in terms of storytelling, and it gets a little off course. You said if it's not strictly biblical, I don't want to hear it. And so for me, what I do is I take what they are presenting and let the Spirit minister to me. You know what I mean? Spirit can minister to me regardless of whether people are hitting it on the head or not. Even though it's a fictional telling, the Spirit can minister to me and help me to discern where the voice of the Lord is inside these fictional displays, Because, yeah, it's not all accurate. because that, like, it's Hollywoodized, it's glamorized to be something fun to watch. Like the Passion of the Christ was still glamorized to a degree. But watching it, you can kind of take yourself into that world, and like when they try to create an atmosphere, that's when I really respect it. When they try to create an atmosphere based on actual factual knowledge of what it would have looked like, sounded like, how it would have behaved, like the culture, the society that was prevalent in that area, the way things would have looked. When they do that world building stuff, that helps me to discern then when I read the Bible and I say, okay, it would have looked something like what I saw in this reference, And so, you try to imagine while you're reading what things would have looked like, how people would have been talking in certain manners. That's why you avoid a lot of false teachers, because when I hear something evil, I just get that feeling of disgust. It's like the exact opposite of hearing the Word of God or spending time with Him. I have not been paying attention to how many turns I'm taking. You do like the Passion of the Christ? Well, Mel Gibson actually tried his damnedest to reproduce the atmosphere, right? Like, he really wanted to be historically accurate towards the way society operated, the way people behaved, and the pattern of lifestyle and things. Like, he really wanted to pay respect to the realism of the atmosphere that was the time of Jesus. That's what I mean about allowing the Spirit to minister to me on, where the truth actually is within all this, Like, this is not a truthful retelling of the life of Jesus, but there is some affirming things you can... There's some affirmation that can be attained with the presentation. It's not all false, yeah. It's mixed in truth. Yep, it's an amalgamation of things that are known and then things that are believed through the scripture. But there's a big difference in people who actually try to use historical text to create the basis for how they tell the story, and then people who just use the event. I think there's a huge difference between utilizing the actual text and just utilizing the aura around the event itself. What's out there could be known. This could have been type of stuff. Like, that's where if the fiction starts to get more fiction-y. Also, Exodus 8:11 talks about the Sabbath and why it's the end of the week. Well, yeah, and that's also, that's Genesis. Genesis talks about why the day that the Lord rested is considered the Sabbath, and they consider that he rested on the seventh day, the end of the week. But then when you get calendars being made later on down the road, that's where I think, things get mixed up on which day is which, because the Roman calendar is different than the Hebrew calendar. Like the days of the week and the months of the year and that kind of thing. Those are different. And so things changed culturally throughout time based on who was in power. The other everyday is normal, but if you are either, be convinced of it. But Matthew, it says, if one person thinks one day of the week is sacred, yeah. So either way, just be convinced, and that's where our I wouldn't say our church, but a lot of people in my circle of believers support the idea of, and then this ties into in today's world and today's society, not everyone has the option to take Sunday off as a Sabbath day, because there's people out there who got to work on Sunday, and they got to work all day on Sunday. So does that mean that they're disrespecting the Sabbath? And it's like, that's not fair to say they're disrespecting the Sabbath when they're trying to provide for their families, or provide for themselves. So, but if they're able to observe a day of rest and devote that day to the Lord, they're doing what is required of them in order to remember the Sabbath and make it holy. Remember the day of rest and make it holy. As God rested, so should you. The argument for the Lord's Day come from the New Testament. I can agree with that. I think that's where the Pharisees and them were really arguing about it. Like, they're the ones who had the problem with it, not Jesus. Because Jesus was the one who was healing sick people on the Sabbath, and they were getting all pissed off about it. Like, how's this dude going to heal people on the Sabbath? And then Jesus was like, is it unlawful to do good on the Sabbath? Help me out here. And he even used the term "do good" on the Sabbath, just to call them out on their hypocrisy. Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, and you know what? That's just one of his many names. I've really just been sitting here going back and forth with potion cheesing and hitting this goblin while we're talking about the Sabbath. Oh, let me look at people's status real quick. What are we even doing? Yeah, I got some priestly points on the battle. I like it. Yeah, definitely got enough for abandon now. Do we have enough for defense up? Not quite. Oh, we do have enough for defense up. Cool, that is all I need. She doesn't know any of the breaks. Hilarious. How about election? Let's go real deep. Ooh, man. Well, you'll note that Jesus never engages in talks of government. As far as election goes, that is where, like I tell people, I elect officials in a selfish manner because it's a selfish transaction. So I want what's best for me out of an election. I don't care about anybody else. I want what's best for me, what's best for my family and my interests. When I elect an official, it's for me. I don't elect people for the common good. No. I elect people for me. I think that's how it should be. People should be electing officials, and it should be selfish. It should be what's best for you. That's what you're going into the booth to determine. You're not going into the booth to determine what's best for your neighbor, what's best for someone else, what's best for the homeless. Because you notice nobody cares about the homeless until rich people are buying shit. Then people want to be like, oh, there's so many homeless out there, and you rich people want to buy stuff for yourself. And it's like, you did not care about the homeless not one bit until rich people started buying stuff. So don't try to be righteous now with and petition for poor homeless people. You're talking about God electing people to save? Back then, the church was just as strong as government. The church was almost government back then. I mean, it was government for certain groups of people. About God electing people to save. That's an interesting thing. Jesus, how many people did Jesus send out? It was like 72 people that Jesus sent out, and he blessed them to go out and cast out demons and tell people that the kingdom of God was here. And it wasn't just the 12, if I remember. Like, I just read that the other day. Ooh, save. And then he gave him instructions. He's like, okay, when you go to a town, if they accept you, then stay at the town for X amount of time and heal all who come to you. But if the town doesn't accept you, then you're supposed to say something about the town. He told him, don't take any. He said, don't take any gear with you. Don't have like any kind of plan. Just go out and preach and heal the sick wherever you're accepted. Wherever you're not, you're supposed to, like, he told him to say something about the town if they didn't accept him. All that jive talk. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. Yeah, wipe your feet and move on. Uh-huh. Is that John 6? I was just there the other day. Now you got me opening my Bible. Let's see, my last few readings were Philippians 3, I was reading in. Hebrews 9, I was reading. I don't know why I was reading Hebrews 9. Like I said, I just wake up in the morning and I'm like, where should I read today, Spirit? And just like something comes to me, and so I just go there and start reading. It's mostly New Testament. I like reading in the New Testament more so than the Old Testament. I was in Luke 8. Before that, here it is. Jesus traveled from about one town and village to another, proclaiming the good news. And the 12 were with them, and also some women who'd been cured of evil spirits. Well, this is where a large crowd had gathered. People were coming to Jesus from town after town. He told this parable. A farmer went out to sow his seed. He was scattering the seed. Some fell along the path. Oh, this is an interesting parable, bro. Some fell along the path that was trampled on, and the birds ate it up. Some fell on the rocky ground, and when it came up, the plants withered because they had no moisture. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up with it and choked the plants. Still, other seed fell on good soil. It came up and yielded a crop 100 times more than was sown. Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear. So I wonder if he was talking about corn, because he said whoever has ears. I'm just joking. The parable of the corn. Whoever has ears. You know what doesn't change in the parable? You know what doesn't change? None of the ground that the seeds fall on changed. So nothing changed about the rocks. Nothing changed about the good soil. Nothing changed about the beaten path. It was all about the seeds, though. That's what I find interesting. Maybe that's like reading too much into the story, but it's just like, you notice that the rocks don't change, the soil doesn't change, the beaten path don't change, the birds don't change. I think that was, we've been talking a lot about the lady in the alabaster jar. Like, I think like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, people reference the lady with the alabaster jar. God calls us to him and many do not answer. Yeah, well, many do not answer, and that's that whole all are called but few are chosen. C.D. Reeves, what's up? Yeah, we talking about seed. Whoever has ears. Whoever has ears of corn, let them eat. Many grow up in Christian households. They know of God but deny him. That's so true. And they'll deny him based on the lives they've lived, but also the representation that they've got from God within that household. And that's where, like, that convicts me because, If you grow up in a household that goes to church, is Christian in its beliefs and foundation, but it's a household that doesn't represent that, it's going to be hard for you to understand the Lord and to really feel like you've not been sold a crock of bullshit based on the experience you have with what the Lord has given you. Because if the Lord has given you your family and your family tears you apart, that's got to be a little bit difficult to process for some people, you know? Dang, almost had enough for 2 swords and abandon. And I'm not gonna, I think that the finiteness of faith is where you can lose the idea of, who is this, Xeno Toes? Yeah, we're doing that, 2 swords. I think it's hard because people don't, it's not like they didn't get a chance, but that I think there's one of those things where if you're captivated by the Lord, you develop your own love and fundamental relationship with Him. He said, I want to go to church, but none of my family believes in God. And that can be tough as well, is to be like a lone wolf within the family where like you want to have that encounter, but nobody else either they're opposed to that encounter, they don't believe it, and so they kind of come at you with opposition. But I think if you let that longing be what it is and you explore that for yourself, you don't necessarily have to go to church, man. All right? The power of the Lord is not confined to a building. So, if you want to experience a relationship with God, it don't have to be at church. I mean, shoot. We talking about God right here, right now. That which means that the Lord is encountering you at this very moment. So it has nothing to do with the building you're in. And it has everything to do with the fact that the Spirit of the Lord ministers to people regardless of where they are, what they've gone through, what they've been doing with their life. Just as Jesus approached women at the well, he had the prostitute thrown in front of him. These people were found right where they were, right in their life state, and they encountered Jesus. It didn't take a temple. They didn't have to go to a holy place. You said, well, you should go to church without them if they don't want to go. And Luke says, I grew up in the Church of Christ, which preaches a false gospel. Oh, that's so crazy. And the presence of God is valuable. I mean, I think that's why God sent me to Vault. Yes, sir. True Light came at a great time. Yes, he did. Awesome. We got Abandoned for a couple of people. Chune's got Abandoned and Dragon Spirit. Oh, dude, we got to get that 2 swords. So I think he needs to come out for one more. Yeah, one more battle and he can get the 2 swords. Oh, man. Good stuff. Who else was out there? Who else was out there? Did I have the priest out there? Yeah, the priest out there. Who's this? This is the Eagle Lord. Let's go with Magic Defend up. He's got Asana. And we'll say Cure. Asana and Raise. Asana, Raise, and Cure. Ooh, Cure 2. Yeah, Asana, Raise, and Cure 2. And Magic Defend up. I like it. That dude's a beast now. He said, you knew one day we'd be talking about God. And you know what's hilarious? Is I really did kind of bait people into it, man. I baited people into it. I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics, right? And grew a pretty decent amount of subscribers during that. And I said to myself, like, you know what could really open up a good avenue of talking about God? Play some Xenogears. And so that's really when it all started, ain't it, True Light? As soon as I started playing Xenogears, we started getting real theological up in the chat. Bro, and why not? I might have to play it again. I'll play it again and bring more of the community out. Oh, Eagle Lord getting kind of tough now. I like it. It is refreshing to have believers in chat, and I'm glad that this is a place where people, are not afraid to say they believe in the Lord, or at least talk about it. I mean, we've had some conversations with some people who don't agree with Christianity, but are still willing to have conversation, which is awesome. It just helps grow perspective. I'm not trying to convert nobody. I want people to challenge me and help me defend what I believe, to kind of dig deeper into what I believe, so that I can test theories and understanding against the roots and the fundamentals of salvation. Yeah, it sure did have you speak on it. Yep. That's right. I wondered if somebody out there was going to, and you took the bait. And so now here we are. You had me praying on stream. I was praying for people. People was praying for me. Good stuff. Developing some support, helping people to know that there's salvation out there for them, and a community that can speak on it. Not forsaking our own assembling together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. Hebrews 10:25. You got baited. Hey, and that's what's up. Couldn't let it go, and I couldn't either. That's why I love Xenogears so much, dude. Xenogears is actually one of those stories that helps me to challenge my belief against like the notion of free will, and like why it's so hard for some people to accept God because of the nature of free will and the experiential realities that people have in their lives. Just like Revis was saying, with how like he wants to go to church, but none of his family believes in that. And so like there's a thing of, well, what is your will looking for? Is you have the freedom as a free-willed individual to go and seek things, whether it's evil, whether it's good. Either way, you have the will to explore, and we all do. I would gracefully encourage people to go to church in regards to Hebrews 10:24, which is what that's gathering with an assembly of believers. Jesus says something along the lines of, when two of my followers get together, there I shall be also. I forget which verse that was. Where two or more are gathered. There was another ninja out there. There are so many ninjas. Like I said, all y'all ninjas be looking the same right now. So we need to take Chunes out for one more battle so he can get the 2 swords. True Light is... True Light's got... Oh, he doesn't have a bandit yet, so True Light needs another battle. We got to get True Light, the 2 swords, and the bandit. Redacted. He ain't even been out yet. Alright. He don't even know Shuriken. You gotta know shuriken. You gotta have shurikens and balls. Shurikens and balls. You ain't a ninja if you ain't throwing shurikens and balls. True Light, you got shurikens and balls? You got shurikens, but no balls. Come on, True Light, no balls. We gotta put a stop to that. You gotta have balls. We have the free will to do what we desire. Free will is great, but man is also not great. We do not have a libertarian free will. That is interesting. And Antar, he's got shuriken but no balls. Antar's my wizard, right? Nope, who's the wizard? Whoops. Oh, Longtran. Longtran just hanging out over here. Not doing much. He's got magic attack up. Counter magic would be nice to have. Okay, now we're gonna take Longtran, True Light, Vault, Redacted. Longtran, True Light, Vault, Redacted. Duke now has defense up, right? Yeah, he can get defense up, so we're gonna get defense up. Absorb, use magic points? I don't know about that. You need abandon. Yeah, I know, right? You don't have enough for that stuff yet. We'll get one more battle and you'll have it. Free will is a blessing, but people abuse that free will because we all have sinned. Yep. But sinning doesn't take your salvation. People need to know that. That's why people have trouble with Christians. Because they feel like Christians should not live lives in sin, which there is some truth to that, but also what they're missing the point of is that sinning doesn't take away your salvation, because this covenant isn't based on legality. It's not based on the law, where the law would say if you've committed an evil, you are to pay this penalty or this punishment for committing an evil. Whereas the covenant that we live under is there is forgiveness for all sin and evil that can be done, period. There's forgiveness for it. But one must repent of that sin and be baptized, basically, and turn away, you know? Meaning that there should be a progression to your life. There should be a progression to where as you realize that you have sinned and are living in sin and you have a repentant heart, you begin to turn away from the lifestyles that lead you into that, so that there is a refining process. You know, that's the refiner's fire that cleanses you within as you repent, as you are forgiven, as you walk in grace, as you experience mercy. You become more and more prone to not sinning. You do sin. You do commit acts that are classified as sin. It's real tough philosophically for some people to wrap their minds around that, because they go straight to the hard hitters, right? They go straight to the murder. They go to the R word. They go to the using the Lord's name in vain and stealing, like the big ones, the first 4 commandments, you know? Or not the first 4 commandments, but all the last 6 commandments, you know, coveting, adultery, those kinds, they go straight to those, like, but how are you qualified if you commit those things? And that's where the conversation leads to Jesus and his atoning sacrifice for all of that, which gives people a chance to experience a forgiveness that the law does not have. Because that is where the legalistic things imply. The legalistic things say, look, there is a penalty that must be served in order for you to achieve recompense, right? And Jesus came to absolve all that. Like, no, that's not it no more. Let's go save Baco. As R.Z. Sproul would say, to have truly free will would mean to be free from consequence. Man, to be free from consequence. Well, yeah, I mean, I think consequence is just another part of free will. Like, free will doesn't necessarily have to see something as a consequence. You know what I mean? A free will, because minds are so different, right? And so a free will may not experience something and judge it as a consequence, or see the value of it as a consequence. But a free will may see the outcome of something as just another outcome, and not necessarily a consequence or reward. That's the interesting thing about free will, if you ask me, because there's a whole lot of stuff implied there. I think, a free will has the right to give measure to all things that it interacts with, right? So you're going to give, as a free will, you're going to measure the value based on your experience, I guess not your experience, but a free will would measure the value of any circumstance based on how it relates to its own experience. When I say its own, I mean the will's own experience. And so a will may experience what another will would see as consequence, but experience it in a whole nother way that it does not measure it as consequence. Ooh, let's get philosophical and theological up in the house. Let's do it. I'm about to turn on Xenogears and go straight to that. I'm going to go straight to the Corellian conversation in Corellian's lab. We'll go right to it. Who else we bringing? We've got Longtran. Who else needs to learn the thing? Chunes needs to come out for one more battle. We got ninjas and wizards. This might hurt. I might have to end this one because I might get over my head. I forgot to buy more potions and Phoenix Downs. I don't know how many I've got. He said after a month I'll let you know how it goes. I'll fast once a week and on the holy day. How many Christians know Jesus is God and can defend it with the Bible? And considering Jesus is the base, our faith, it's our faith that's important. Yes, it is. It's our faith that's important. And defending Jesus with the Bible, more or less defending Jesus with your faith. Because Jesus is the one that said, this is how people will know you're my disciples, in that you love each other. It was the most simplest thing. Because it's so simple. We just complicate it with legalese and the necessary, to fulfill certain criteria. Well, you need to do this and that. That's how people know. Well, you need to do this and that. And if you didn't do this or that, then surely you're missing the point. So when your granddad was dying, you went over to work at his house a lot. Didn't expect money, just went to help because he helped you. You grew a lot closer with him within the year that he died. I got 20 potions to cheese. And I can say love is at its most pure when you do something with no expectations. Okay, I don't know which one is which. I'm gonna brave up all the ninjas. Time to raise that brave. My granddad was a man of principle, though, so he'd always pay me $5. Dude, True Light with the decent chakra as a ninja. I like it. Temperature. Man, whatever. That's gotta be a randomized name. The Twitch names, bro, that come out as bots. Oh, no. There we go. The wizard gonna be in here acting as chemist. Everybody gets some brave. You get some brave. You get some brave. Can't wait to be a knight. I know, dude, I'm gonna have some chunky knights, dude. I got Duke ready to be a beast of a knight. Duke ain't even been a ninja yet, and he's got defense up. I think he's got counter. He's got most of the knight stuff learned. A knight with defense up or magic defense up is where it's at. Dude, a knight with some crazy ass dodge and some attack up. Oh, dude. Or the two swords. That's the hard part, is like attack up or two swords. Because, like, you know, I guess maybe it depends on the battle, but having the defense up is just like chef's kiss for melee classes. Let's see what happens if we frog him. 73%. I like those odds. Yeah, of course he's going to come with knife hand. He's really trying to kill him off. Dang, with the damage. Oh, shoot, I don't have heal. Oh, I have wish. You just need to go monk, learn abilities. I'm pretty sure you've got all the abilities that you need from monk. You've got chakra, revive, and maybe you don't have stigma magic. Yeah, you got stigma magic, chakra, and revive. And let's thank God for the gathering of fellow believers and thank him for his presence. Thank you, Lord. You brought us believers in the chat to talk about you, to talk about our appreciation. You even brought some of those who are seeking into the chat, Lord, because you're so good and gracious. And so we honor you and praise you for that. Your computer is running low on space. Oh no! Two more moves and you're ready to go? So what's up? Telepasa. That's an interesting name. It felt like we had our own church session for about an hour. That's right. We were gathered and we were discussing. We had our thoughts. We had our thoughts on the Lord. We recited some scripture. We did all the things. We had us some church in the chat. Unashamed. Yeah, Luke had joined us a couple of times in the chat, True. I remember in the past Luke was submitting quite a bit in the past when we were talking during the Xenogears playthrough. I think it was like Antar who is kind of like the I don't really care about that stuff guy. It was either Antar or Longtrain. It was one of those two who is kind of the one who really doesn't buy into it all or whatever. You know, he has his own feelings about it. But he's not one who ridicules believers. He just is like, I just choose not to believe it. Oh, no. Definitely Longtran. Who is it that just had a baby? Is it Luke 9? I was trying to think about that the other day. I was like, I know somebody just had a baby. He got 1 hit point. You don't remember? I can't remember. Somebody had just had a baby and was in the chat like the day they had the baby. I know Dark Dragon has a baby, but like they came into the chat like the day they had the baby. And it was like, oh, dude. Yeah, he has the baby on stream. Dude, I don't know what keeps happening to Dark Dragon's channel. Like, I never see it on anymore. You haven't seen him in a while? I had got unsubbed from his channel. Like, I didn't even do anything, but it unsubbed me from his channel. I hope it didn't happen again, because it sucks, because it took me a while to remember what his channel name was. Oh, do I have Moogle? I have Moogle! Yeah! Oh shoot, I did it on the unit, and now he's gonna move. Dang it! Dang it, that would have healed everybody. That's exactly what I needed. And I casted it on the unit and not the panel. Oh well. I'll get it next time. I almost had the frog surrounded. Yeah, I hope he's doing alright. He's good people. I remember he joined into some of the conversation we were having as well. Dude, we get a little bit out of everybody. We had Retro in there, part of the conversation. Come to find out that like he's not really a practicing believer, but that he has a respect for it and whatnot. And the baby had a stroke? Oh man, that's sad. Dude, the frog crit the guy. Prayed for the baby and it lived. God is good. That's just crazy, man. A baby having a stroke is so sad. That's so much trauma to go through at that, at a young age. At an infant age, you know. I mean, a stroke is no good for anybody at any age. Stroke is so hard on the body. That type of stuff worries me, man. But I press on. Like strokes and heart attacks, things like that, you know. As you get older, it's like that's what you have coming for you down the pike. when you grow up and you get older, like, is things like that. Just because of the food we've eaten as we've grown up, like, has weakened our bodies to where that's a real thing, you know. Like, strokes might not have been so common back in the days because they didn't have the type of chemicals in their bodies that we have now. Where now you see strokes being more prevalent in people and heart attacks are more prevalent because our bodies are altogether more toxified and, you know, because of what we've eaten throughout our lives. I knew dude was coming back. You used to have heart problems and you've been good though. You know what? Didn't even notice. That's one of the reasons why I'm so glad Jay got me onto the to doing something healthy for my body with like the beetroot powder and just trying to do some kind of cocktail every day, like a daily something for health and the health and well-being of my body, is because that does need to become a focus. Once you start to get, you know, older, I'm older now, like come on. But once you start to get past your youth, it's really important to have a focus on maintaining your body properly so you can enjoy the rest of your life and not have the complications arise. And it's not about being like a bodybuilder or something like that, but it's about respecting your body and having a, you know, your body is a temple kind of mindset, in that you need to take care of the place that is the Lord's dwelling and steward it with care, with steward it with a responsibility to not just yourself but to the Lord. Like, take care of your body for the sake of the Lord, as it is a place where He dwells. And so, you know, it's like one of those things where you kind of owe it to yourself to be the healthiest version of yourself for the sake of the Lord. Do everything as you would unto God is a verse, you know, of the Bible. And so that's even how you treat yourself. Not gonna like super work out. I agree, you gotta love yourself. And some people have to learn how to love themselves. But it's healthy. Loving yourself is healthy. Showing yourself love is healthy. Oh shit, we killed the frog. Bring the frog back, True Light. Can you bring the frog back? Oh, nobody's in line to bring the frog back. Oh no, now he's gonna kill the wizard. Oh, perfect timing. Yeah, Phoenix down. And Moogles. Now, if only we taught women this. So many women now. Yeah, this is so true. But, that's what society that's the product of the environment that they're in. Their reality is, what is sold to them. There we go, brought the frog back. Now, kill the skeleton. He's almost dead. Well, the other thing is that we have a serious God complex of an issue right now these days where celebrities view themselves as gods, bro. And celebrities are doing the most to dictate everyone else's life based on their priorities. That it's sickening. It's really sad. And it's like, I don't blame the celebrities, but that's the product again. The celebrities grew up in a society that idolized them, right? Idolizes them. This society worships them as a sort of deity. Like they have some kind of unspoken, well, not really unspoken, but they have some kind of unspoken significance that's greater than regular people. And so they impress their values as if they are gods. And it's really quite sad. What's crazy? Is like I was feeling down the other day. Last couple days, I was feeling down about that whole concept in and of itself. So you heard about, I know you heard about what's happened to Shannon Sharpe, right? I know you heard that whole nonsense going on with him, and getting caught up with the young OnlyFans model who is now taking him for all his money. Not all of his money, but taking him for some money. And it's so sad to see that this is where we are in our society. This is what women are being taught. They're being taught this by these women. So this woman is now teaching other women how to behave because she's an OnlyFans model who is getting a payday because she provided service. And that's all there is to it. She provided service to someone of high value and status, and she was able to put them in a compromising position to get however much money she wants. That's all there is to it. This is teaching a value system to women now. And this has been a thing that has been progressively getting worse as the years go by. Women are learning to manipulate the situation to their highest benefit. And it's a way of life. It's a way of life, and it's becoming a standard of living. That's why you never date OnlyFans. It's like I don't even know why you would engage in that. Why would you pay money for that? Dude, there are so many sites where you can see stuff for free that to pay for the access to that stuff just doesn't even make any sense. It just doesn't even make any sense. It's almost like going backwards. Like, dude, you don't have to pay for that. And I'm not saying it's something people should seek out. That's a whole nother problem in and of itself, is that the need for that type of experience is so great in our society that it's become a stigma, and it's become an Achilles heel of those with extended wealth, right? So all dudes with money are finding themselves trapped in these situations, one way or another. You subbed to one girl that you watched a long time ago. It's the only time you ever spent money. The woman got nothing from me. See, and like the only time I would do that, again, is if it was like somebody I actually knew. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I would do it, is like, oh, I know this chick from school. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. It's like a fascination, right? But when it becomes an investment, oh man. Like, you lost the battle, bro. She now has the control. I feel bad for dude, but at the same time, just like everybody says, like, all this advice that you have for people, and you go and fall into the same trap. So it's like, I can't really pity you. I feel bad for you, but I don't pity you none, you know, because you fell into the trap that you told people to stay away from. So you thought you could take care, you thought you had a better handle on the same trap? No, man, nobody has a handle on them traps. Shannon acted stupid though, right? She was always saying that she loves me, sent you a gift, spent money on this. See, that's a different type of thing. That's where it's like there's a back and forth, there's a reciprocity, right? And that's not always the case for people. That's a different kind of relationship, you know what I mean? When it's just the simple transaction of you pay for access, that's different. When you get reciprocity though, when there's a return on your investment, that's a different kind of relationship. A lot of these relationships, there's no return on the investment. You always got more value. Yeah, exactly. Which keeps you engaged. There's nothing like that's more fulfilling, you know what I mean? That's a fulfilling process. The alternative is to be compromised, you know what I mean? Which is what you see Shannon Sharpe going through. Dude's been compromised. There's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing he can do about it. As a man, you can't like a simp. It doesn't work. It doesn't work with women. It does not work. It doesn't work out. It does not work out. Because of the laws of nature. Obviously, the laws of nature still apply, you know? Like, regardless of what society may have set you up for, the laws of nature still say that as a man, you know, you are still a provisionary source. You're a provisionary source as a man. That's an innate quality, you know, oh shit, wrong spot. Oh well, I'll shock her anyways. Dang it! Now the frog is escaping! After him! I'd never get in Shannon's situation. I learned that lesson before I hit 30. You don't even need to provide, only provide for a wife. For women, just be manly, have charm. Yeah, that's true. I rarely give compliments, so women love it when I say something because they know I mean it. Man, you don't even need abandon. People already can't hit you. This is ridiculous. One compliment makes them weak. You know what's funny is I actually tried one of those get laid tactics on a girl the other day, and I think it might have worked, bro. I never even thought about it. Like, it's like, this is stuff I used to do when I was a kid. Like, it can't be this easy. Like, I used to do this as a kid. Why did I stop doing this? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been married. Yeah, I've been married, so I stopped that. Because then, once you get married, all of those tactics don't work anymore. They just don't. None of them tactics work for a married woman. He said it's easy to get pussy, bro. Alright, we got him surrounded, so I can come off here. He said, I talk nerd stuff, anime. And the chick was like, lakes between the knees. Lakes between the knees. Quickly, the lakes. The flood rivers have risen. Within 2 weeks, she's showing you teasing about lingerie and things. See, that's exactly. Didn't even try. I remember having to try. Oh no. Yeah, there were days. There were days when you'd have to try, or at least like. You were like, "What the fuck is this?" When you do want one, none appear. See, that's the weird part. Yeah, I mean that's kind of a thing. That's the thing I've noticed. But now I'm in that, like, I'm still in that place where, like, I'm grounded, dude. I'm so grounded. Like, that's the thing I realized. Is that, like, that was the first time I'd tried anything in so many years, bro. Like, that I forgot, like, oh yeah, I used to do this all the time. No wonder I was... You know, no wonder I had those I'm a player labels and things like that. No wonder it was like falling all over the place all the time. Because I was doing this like every day. I forgot, man. Did he silence me? How did he silence me? What? Oh, the frog is silenced. Okay, I thought the mage was silenced. Oh no, I'm out of potions. Oh, it's time to end it. Time to go to sleep, Mr. Frog. Time to go to sleep, Mr. Other Frog. You get that? When you first got access? Yeah, you went mad. I know, right? It's something like you're possessed. Something come over you. What's come over me? Okay, definitely made some progress on that one. Definitely made some progress on that. Let's get some abandon. Let's get some 2 swords out here. Let's check the formation. I don't even remember which ninjas were out there because all y'all ninjas be looking the same. Redacted did not even get enough points. He got enough for abandon. But I think I want Redacted to get the 2 swords because I think he's going to be a 2 swords monk. Or maybe not. Oh, Redacted's going to be a samurai. Yeah, he's going to be the samurai ninja. Okay, good. So he can hang out in ninja. He was trying to get him all down. He said, I'm much better now. Oh, you got samurai unlocked now. Okay, let's go. Get that blade grasp. That meat bone slash. When terminal, give damage in the amount of your hit points. Of your max hit points. Been married for 13 years. Who was the other ninja? Was it Chun? Yeah, Chun's. He had to learn just a little bit more. You want Wave Fist and Earth Slash? We'll go 2 swords. Dang, almost got enough for Sunken State. Move in water, there's no point. Move or stop on water so you levitate over the water. I don't think I'll ever use anything like that. Shuriken, balls, knives. What else is good to throw? Not gonna throw ninja swords, not gonna throw hammers, katanas. Really nothing else. Alright, we got plenty of throw. Who is this? This is Chun's, who's my Lancer. Right? He's the something with jump. Nope. He's not the something with jump. Who's got this jump? Somebody's got... Oh, it's Jay. Yeah, Jay's the one with the jump. Yeah, dude, and the dragon spirit. Oh, and he has it equipped. I haven't used Jay in a while because he's the highest level character. Now it's Xenotoes? Holy cow! Where did Xeno get all chunked out? Did she just spring it one day? Yeah, she just sprung it one day. Did I see it coming? Kind of. I mean, kind of. kind of. It's a real complicated thing. But yeah, she just kind of sprung it up. Sprung it up one day, and then you get time to think back and go, what brought this about? And you go, okay, I can put it together what brought this about, but it's still just sprung up. And so, I don't appreciate it. My family doesn't appreciate it. And it's a difficult thing to go through. I mean, it's not like anybody's is easy. But that's where I talk about, like, it's tough when you think about the fact that you've been misrepresenting the love of God to your family and stuff like that. That's just stuff that I have to deal with. And now I got to take responsibility for it. Continue to pray. Hey, I appreciate it, man. All the prayers for peace within suffering, prayer and supplication. That's where I'm at right now, making my requests known to the Lord. Trying to develop a new lifestyle of more of a better better devotion and maintaining a better state of lifestyle and better state of living. So you got the punch art, so we'll just throw. Punch art and throw. A monk throwing stuff. If she's really a Christian, unless I cheated, she has no grounds for divorce. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's pretty much what it boils down to, is inappropriate relationships with another woman, and then not having a clear understanding between the two of us. None of that stuff. Alright, so just learning monk abilities. He could learn abandon. Oh, but I want him to learn a two swords. He's got two swords. He's got abandon. He doesn't need any more of these things. Oh yeah, he was out there. There we go. I really want to get this counter magic, but I need like all the other stuff first. All the 2s and the 3s. We'll get the 2s. Nobody ever uses poison. It's usually just like the 2s and 3s and the 4s. I know I'm gonna see them. Nobody ever really uses death. We'll go with fire 3. That's pretty much flare. Costs 24. Flare costs 60. Fire 4 is 48. Yeah, that's pretty much where it comes from. Just couldn't get over it. Cool, so then we'll build him up to counter magic. That'll take some time. But we'll get there. We're gonna go save Bako or whatever it is. I should give Gafgarian a sword for this fight, because I have to use him. We'll save. She needs to go to God, and she just needs to be prayed for. So pray for her too. Don't just pray for me. That's selfish. Pray for my family. We need it. We need all that. We all need it, not just me. Oh, I'm not giving him nothing. Everybody's looking good. Headgear, I don't like giving that to everybody. Everybody seems to have it, though. I appreciate it. It's not over yet, man. It is not over yet. And that's why it's so nice being around, you know, believers and stuff, because believers have hope, you know. It's something that's just a part of being a believer, is having hope. Oh yeah, I need my potions back. Yeah, it's been tough because, like, you know, you don't wanna have to do that battle, but I've kind of been put in a position to do it, and so, you know, it's tough because, you know, when you love a person, you don't want to do that type of battle with them. You just don't. I don't think that's in anybody's heart to want to do that type of a battle with someone they love. And that's the stuff that really tears people up. You know, and I don't want to lose a sense of hope and give in to despair because of that, you know. All right, time to save this chocobo. Oh yeah, I got to give Gafgarian a sword so he could do something. There you go. You can have a mithril sword. So you can kill everything on the screen before I can get to it. No, I didn't. It really wasn't a situation of that. It was just, like I said, it's some just inappropriate stuff. And yeah, just hurt feelings, which begot other hurt feelings, which just begot sore attitudes and distance and things that are hard to, like, building up walls and barriers between two people that are just hard to navigate through once they've been established. So we're gonna take... Obviously, he's got to be in here. Changing job, though. I'm not trying to be a summoner in this battle. I'm gonna do... Time Mage... What? Time Mage Monk? The story of Hosea. I shall read it. That can be my devotional for the rest of this weekend. It's Friday, shoot. It's so weird. It's Friday. I've been working today. It's a weird day of no work. Going into the weekend, which is like a 3-day weekend. 3-day weekends are so weird. I think I got my first full 8-hour night of sleep that I've had in a long time. I haven't slept a full 8 hours in so long. I woke up and was just like, man, what do I do now? Love, repentance, and faith. God taught him an important lesson. I don't think I need to have people set in their things, but let's do this. Let's go save Baco. You got some good sleep too? That's what's up, man. Actually getting refreshed, and your body having like normal energy. It's nice. Oh, that's it? That's all I can bring? Oh, man. There's so many people I want to bring. Gave us good sleep. Amen. I really appreciate it. I do. It's nice to have the energy back. And then I spent the day with like energy, but not like really knowing what to do with myself. I was like, should I get a bunch of stuff done around the house? And then I'm looking around the house going, I really am not motivated to do the stuff around the house. There, now it can be an official Final Fantasy stream. We must leave now. Is he strong in a fight? You want to help him? There's no money in that. He may help us save the princess. Oh, I don't know why I tried to teleport all the way over there. Oh well. Now I gotta wait. Oh yeah, and Jay can just jump everywhere. But he's not gonna be able to hit. Well, we'll try. Let's try it. Cannot allocate memory. No way.